at the time of the American Revolution, then and as now, almost every nation in Europe had a state church supported by tax funds and pretty repressive of other churches. At least half of the 13 colonies had a state church. The Church of England, or the Episcopalians as we call them now, in some of the colonies, and in New England you had the Puritans, who were pretty ugly and repressive, but they were a state church. By the way, Massachusetts only stopped collecting taxes for the Puritans, or the Congregationalists as they were called, in I think 1833. The Constitution didn't prevent states from having an established church, only the federal government. Why was it that the federal government did not have a state church? And the answer was it was impossible. There was no church in a position to become the state church. We had 17 or 18 quite vibrant, quite active denominations in this country by 1776. And none of them came close to having a majority. And if you weren't going to have a tremendous fight on your hands, you couldn't establish any one of those churches. So the Founding Fathers didn't. And what they said is there will be no established church. Oddly enough, in recent years, we've come to say that the government couldn't have any aspects of religion. That was nonsense. That was never what was intended. It said you can't take tax money and support churches. That's all it said. It didn't say you couldn't pray. Well, they prayed at the opening of all the Constitutional Convention meetings. Ben Franklin suggested it, and he didn't even believe. So, I mean, there you are.